Hello and welcome to SQL, an amazing analytical tool course. In this course, we're going to learn a language that you can use to communicate with all kind of data, including relational and non-relational, structure and unstructured, and even semi-structured. SQL is an amazing language that helps you to communicate with all kinds of databases, including Oracle, SQL Server, Postgres, MySQL, and not only relational databases, but also with the big data technologies that includes HiveQL, Spark, as well as Cassandra, which is a famous non-SQL. So all these tools you can use if you know SQL. So a bit about me. My name is Mohammed Salahuddin. I have more than 15 years of technical experience for developing data-centric solutions using Oracle SQL Server, AWS, and Azure cloud services. I'm data migration and data integration expert. I'm SQL master for designing data sciences and analytical solutions. I'm also expert or enthusiastic in machine learning technologies using Python and SQL. We will have another course in future about this, so I will explain further in that course. I have used cloud-based technologies since last 6 years, and we have our data warehouse that I used to build in my last company that was running with AWS, but we are heavily using Microsoft big technology. So I'm very well versed with Azure and have some information about Google Cloud Platform. We will have separate courses for these technologies as well. I'm also expert in data governance, especially the policies, the rules around the data security, data usage, and I would say the data validation and cleansing rule that can impact the data quality once it present to the business decision maker. So lot of things to cover, but we will have separate courses for that. However, in this course, we're gonna learn SQL. So a bit about course structure. I have divided this course into 3 modules. One is basic, the second one is intermediate, and the third one is expert. And in future, all other courses gonna follow the same pattern. We have the basic module where we're gonna discuss the basic, and then we have intermediate module where we go a bit further with some more complexities or complex technical solution, and then in expert module we will see all the advanced concept of the area. So because it's a SQL based course, so we're going to look at the data manipulation and data selection process, which covers, I would say, most of our day-to-day data related requests that comes from the business. One more thing, I will share my experience because it's not going to be an academic tutorial. I have worked with data from last 10 years extensively with different projects that includes, I would say, many endpoints of the data life cycle. So I will share my experience as well. So you have the practical exposure of the SQL, and it will help you once you get a hands-on job, so you can use that experience to solve those problems instead of reinventing. Intermediate modules, we're gonna look at the data definition. We're gonna look at the complex queries that includes the nested queries, correlation, analytical queries, many more things that's gonna be covered in the intermediate module. And obviously, expert module, we're gonna look at the advanced SQL concept and also the programming side of SQL, because SQL is a query language, so it won't allow you to build the batch processes. And if I put it in a simple way, like the modules, programming modules like procedures, function that you can use to solve many other problems that occur as a part of the analytical process. So all these things, all these advanced concepts we're going to cover in the expert module. So what is SQL? In this module, we're going to start, which is the basic module. We're going to start with the definition, and then we'll slowly go towards the practicalities of SQL. But let's see what is SQL first. An introduction. SQL is pronounced as C instead of SQL. Some people pronounce SQL, some pronounce SQL. Is a set-based, high-level declarative programming language with which all program and user access the data in the database. Most of the, or I would say almost all the database related tasks are performed through SQL, and that's what we're gonna look in this course. And that's why I'm saying once you know the SQL, you can talk to the database in your own terms. And it's not only with one database, you can pick any database software from the shelf and you can start communicating if you know the SQL. SQL is still the most popular language for data analytics and data science projects. All relational and non-relational databases use SQL. So once you learn one language, that doesn't restrict you with one software. Once you know the SQL, you can handle many different relation and non-relational database. And I will come towards the relational database side in later videos. Okay, the now $1,000,000 question, why we have the Oracle? There are reasons. So very first, Oracle database is the most powerful, stable, and secure relational database solution in the market. Oracle database, as I have seen so far, has built upon the object-oriented principles. Its current version, which is Oracle 19c, is the result of over 35 years of innovative development by Oracle Corporation. The database is platform independent, so you are not restricted to Windows, Linux, Unix. You can use on any platform. All you need to know the building blocks, and then you can start using Oracle on any kind of platform. Another major advantage of using Oracle that it has provided extensive documentation with sample schemas and a lot of hands-on training contents that you can use to gain the experience even before going or I would say joining any organization in the SQL development capacity. And one last point, Oracle Database Expert can handle all other databases like SQL Server, Postgres, MySQL with minimum effort and learning. Because once they know the superset of Oracle SQL, the other ones I would say that they are the subset of the Oracle SQL, or they follow almost the similar pattern of Oracle SQL. So let's start learning SQL for data analytics using Oracle. Thanks for watching.